Most experienced hunters know how to field dress deer, but if you've never done it before, where do you start? Let's join Dan again as he field dresses 2 deer, a buck and a doe, during last year's gun deer season.
There are a number of ways to field dress a deer. We've got a nice adult buck and a good-sized doe here, and I'll show you how I do it. Real Avid makes a couple of knives that make the job real easy. This one is called the Revelation. It's got 2 LED lights, one on each side of the blade, and it is very handy for field dressing a deer in low light conditions if you get one late in the afternoon. The other tool is actually 3 tools in one. It's called a Viscera. It's a field dressing blade and skinning blade, and also you push a little button and you get a gut hook and a saw for opening the brisket. This is the tool I'm going to use. And before I get started, I always put on a pair of field dressing gloves. You can get these at just about any sporting goods store, but the surgeon's glove goes right over the top of that. And we're all set. Now the first cut I always make is at the other end of the deer, so if you come around with me, I'll show you how we get started. And the first cut is actually right around the anal opening. Now you can just cut off the genitals if you want to. If you remove them like this, you'll actually be able to pull them back through the body cavity with the rest of the entrails. We'll come up to the brisket and find the bottom of the breastbone, and I'm going to make a puncture, not too deep. You take the gut hook, find that opening, and it's basically just like unzipping the deer. Now, back to the knife, and I'm going to go up into the rib cage and cut the diaphragm. You want to cut that as close to the rib cage as possible. And while I'm here, I'm going to go up and loosen the lungs and the heart. Now we finish cutting around the diaphragm, and we should be able to roll all the entrails right out. Back to the third use of this tool. If you cut the brisket a little bit, you can spread the body cavity out, and it helps cool the meat off. Let them drain a little bit. And don't leave these in the woods. Pack them out with you. That's all there is to it.